How did you convince Mahesh Bhatt okay, you were balding, whatever, but you were still 29 years old or even younger. And how did
the
you
credit
convince
goes to Mahesh, Mr. Bhatt also. I think he is a very unconventional kind of a person, and there was no convincing. Basically, this is my first meeting. He said that, yeah, he was very casual about it. So Mr. Bhatt said, very looking down at me, yeah, I've heard that you from theatre, you're good. So in my sarcasm and in my frustration, I said, you have heard wrong. I'm not good, I'm brilliant. He says that answer fetched me that role. And also I think he was looking for somebody younger to have the energy to portray that role.
Yeah, but that answer needs to be backed up. You can't just go around saying I'm brilliant and then not be brilliant.
After that, many people tried that, but didn't work.
You have to be brilliant after that.
Yeah, I knew that. I think I was, as an actor, I always knew that I had two things. I had great hunger and still have, and I knew that I was brilliant.
So what did you have to do to physically transform and mentally transform to actually play this old,
I needed to feel desperate. I was desperate as a person, desperate as an actor. I had gone through ample humiliation of looking for work, of being homeless and everything. And I just put my life into it. A lot of people ask you were 27, how did you think of that your 27-year-old son has died in New York and the ashes have come? But the truth is, in that particular scene, I was crying, thinking, my association was that if I don't make it with this scene, I will not be in this film industry. And that thought made me cry.
So that the desperation was the same. It was just a different...
It was a different tangent I used, yeah.
मुझे आपसे कुछ बात करनी है. आपको अंदर आने किसने दिया? मैं आपसे मिलने आया हूँ. आपको ये बताने कि आपके आदमियों को बात करने की तमीज नहीं है. जानवर समझते हैं सबको वो. मैं अपना सामान लेने आया हूँ, कोई भीख मांगने नहीं आया हूँ. और ना ही कोई इस तरह से. देखिए मिस्टर, यहाँ सभी को अपना टीवी लेने नहीं आया हूँ. मैं अपने मरे हुए बेटे की अस्थियां लेने आया हूँ. एक बाप का अपने बेटे की राख पर कोई अधिकार है या नहीं? या उसके लिए मुझे नीचे रिश्वत देनी पड़ेगी? आपके पास इतनी फुर्सत तो होगी कि मुझे मेरे बेटे की अस्थियां दिलवा दीजिए.
You do Saransh, it's, universally you have arrived as an actor. What is the struggle after that? Because there is a struggle after that, right? Of a different kind.
No, for 10 years I was working almost 10 days a week. No, because you see the point is that I had no such hassles about that I will do a certain kind of cinema. I just wanted to be like Rajendra Kumar, Manoj Kumar and anybody else. I just wanted to be popular, known. A small town boy from Simla has made it, has arrived. So there's an interesting, after that suddenly there was one day Mr. Ashok Punjabi came and he said, I'm your secretary. I said, okay, I didn't have a secretary. I had 2-3 very good dreams about that. I wanted to have an office and I wanted to have a secretary. So the first thing I did, I was one of the very few actors who decided to have an office. I did not even need an office at that time, but I said I must have an office. So Mr. Punjabi took me to Mr. Ramesh Bahal of Rose Movies, who was making a film called Jawani. So Mr. Punjabi had told me that I will speak, you don't talk. So वो मुझे कह रहा है एक रोल जो है आपका opposite शर्मिला टैगोर है, एक रोल opposite Maushmi Chatterjee है. So while he is narrating me the roles now, I'm thinking, who do I like more? Maushmi Chatterjee or Sharmila Tagore? Maushmi Chatterjee. So when he had finished talking to me and finished narrating me the roles, he asked me, कौन से वाला? मैंने कहा शर्मिला जी वाला. He said, वो तो वो खुद कर रही हैं, आप कौन सा कर रहे हैं? मैंने कहा नहीं, what I mean to say that her husband's role I will do. To me, the journey was much more important than the destination. Any day.
Does it matter whether you're treated like a star or as a character actor? I mean, what are you treated like? Because I can't put you in a...
You see, it depends on... I do not allow other people to treat me. I decide myself. In this industry, you have to make your own rules. And I made my rules before I got into movies. I treated myself as the star. As an actor, because I had the arrogance of knowledge. I had the arrogance of training. I had the arrogance of having done 100 plays. So for me, I did not allow, and also in my heart of heart, when I knew that the other actor is much more inferior to me, not as a person, but as an actor, it gave me a feeling, doesn't matter who calls me what. I don't want to fight about that whether I should be called a character actor or not a character actor or a has-been. I can lie to the whole world. As long as I'm not lying to myself, it's perfectly all right with me.